Okay. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Just like, let me go turn the light down some. So bright on my white face. Probably too dark. But let me do this. Now that's not enough. Oh yeah, you guys can see me okay, can't you? Can you guys see me okay? Oh, there's only one person here, so I have to wait to see if you can see me okay. I can't find my glasses this morning, and that's really a drag. I've looked all over the place for my glasses. And good morning. Hi, Fultzy. You're going to have to remind me a lot because I'll forget. I won't recognize your name. It's really good to see you. L Rule is Fultzy. Hello, Tamika Brown. So good to see you. Hello, Mimi. It's really good to see you. You guys are awesome. I'm feeling really good this morning. I hope you guys are feeling good. Hello, Christina and Melanie. Hello, hello. Thank you. You guys are awesome too. You have to go into your profile. There's a way to go into your profile. Maybe somebody will tell you. You have to go into your profile and find where it says L Rule and change it. There will be a field somewhere in your profile where it says that, and then all you have to do is just change it. Just fill in one of them and click save, and I think it will overwrite. Hello, Heather. Nice to see you. Just got your coffee. I got my coffee. I got my French press Pete's today. French press Pete's. It's getting cold here. That's why I have to leave on Monday, because yeah, work on it. Just remember you're looking to edit your profile, and you need to find the place where it says L Rule. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to see what the Associated Press has up as their main stories. I got all of my browsers logged in so I can do all of my news research. We can have intelligent, semi-intelligent conversations. Hi, Big Bird. Good morning. Oh, I haven't seen you guys in so long. There you go. I got to accept cookies from the Associated Press. All right. President Biden is vowing consequences. Misty May. Yes, hello, hello. Hi, Misty. Good to see you. So very good to see you. Biden is vowing consequences for the Saudis after OPEC cuts output. Really? That's what people are vowing consequences against the Saudis for? Not for ripping a person apart limb from limb while we all listened, while the sound was sent to his cloud. We should have given consequences to the Saudis a long fucking time ago. That's all I got to say. I'm glad that there's finally going to be consequences. But it's really, they deserved it a long time. We have let the Saudi Arabian prince fuck with us for entirely too long. It's really good to see you guys. It's really good to wake up every morning and be happy and at peace. So fucking good. You just don't know. I couldn't believe I woke up to that violation on TikTok. That's just ridiculous. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Do you want to talk about the news? What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the road trip? Without the trolls, right? I agree 100%. It's going to be a lot easier to have a good experience on social media during my road trip if I'm not on TikTok. And it's really easy to mute them. And I don't know what happens when people start mass reporting you in a live on YouTube. Let's hope that they don't follow us over here. If I start to be successful on YouTube, then the hate will come. Road trip. You want to talk about the road trip? Yes, I'm going back to Crystal Beach. I want to buy a peace flag this time. I'm going to put up a Black Lives Matter. I'm going to put up a rainbow flag, and I'm also going to put up a peace flag. And hopefully, everything will go well. I will give the locals lots of patronage, and I will not talk shit about them. I know I'm going to be back on the beach. And I'm going to be stopping along the way to fish in rivers and stuff with my new magnet. I bought a magnet, a heavy duty magnet. I also bought a heavy duty tripod so that I won't have any tripod issues. This one will absolutely not blow over. And is Winston in there, Holly? Okay. No, you're not going outside. You better calm down. I don't know what's got you excited about. Is somebody else? Wait a minute. Let me go see if there's another dog at the door. No, you're not getting out there. No, there's not anybody at the door. So, no, you go get somewhere. Go on. You're not going out there by yourself. You are not well behaved enough to be in the backyard alone. So very sorry. Anyway, yeah, I'm going back to Crystal Beach, but I'm also going to be stopping along rivers along the way because I want on bridges, like in the middle of nowhere. The more remote a bridge is, I'm going to stop and throw my magnet in because I want to find some killers. I want to call the police and say, yo, police, come get this here gun. I found it in the river. I've been watching true crime shit on YouTube all summer long. So, I know there's a lot of unsolved out there, and I like looking for treasure. And so, at least until I find something completely disgusting, I will be magnet fishing. It will be fun to see what I'm excited about it. Yeah. Crime fighting my way across America. Yes. Doom. Dum, dum, dum. It will be fun. And it's going to be more fun on the beach this year, too. I am not stressed. I am not triggered. I am very well medicated for the first time in probably 20 years. Super butter. That's right. Crime fighting my way across America. It will be fun. And I'm super happy I have you guys to keep me company. And I'm really glad that we don't have trolls. Super happy. I don't like that negative shit. It no longer makes me, I don't get anything out of it. I get nothing out of it. So just go away. You stay negative over there, and I'll stay over here, and everything will be fine. I know, right? It really is. But it's okay because I'm happy now. I'm just happy on a regular basis, and I just can't help it. And that negative stuff, it just cut it off. Oh, yeah. It's just, Yeah. I'm also going to go back to Padre Island this year too. Around the end of December, it starts to get really cold. So I might, yeah, I'm either going to stay there for New Year's Eve or, yeah, I'll probably pull out New Year's Day. I will pull out New Year's Day and start making my way towards Padre Island because it starts to get way too cold everywhere in Texas. And Padre Island is about the furthest most south. It's not quite the furthest most south, but it's close as I'd like to get. Any place closer, it's too weird. I know, I'm so excited. So excited. And now that I actually know how to freaking fish and string my line, I finally gave up on my pride last time I was there and actually asked the clerk at the little tackle store to help me pick out what the hell I needed to be able to fish in this here Gulf of Mexico. He was very nice, and I got an entire setup rig, and so now I know exactly how to tie. I know how to do everything just right for saltwater Gulf fishing, and so I will watch YouTube videos about how to clean fish, and I'm gonna have fresh fish that I caught from the Gulf, and I'm gonna be magnet fishing for gear for fishing tackle. Because I know I've lost, probably $100 worth of lures or leaders out there because I'm a dumbass. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just going to be relaxed. I don't have anything stressing me out about, you know, anything. Nothing. I'm not letting any of that shit in my life, so I'm pretty good. You guys, we're going to have fun. Anyway, um, Ukraine's Zappo, for short, because I can't say the whole thing, their nuclear plant has lost all external power. That's scary as fuck. That right there, Associated Press. No, I really don't want to do that, honey, not right now. I'd rather just come to your webpage and read. I don't need an email. It's surrounded by Russian troops and it has lost all external power needed for vital safety systems. For the second time in 5 days, the head of the UN's nuclear watchdog said Wednesday, calling it a deeply worrying development. The last time it lost power, they only had 10 hours of fuel for their backup generators. They had to rush to restore power last time. They only had 10 hours. They got the power working. But this article, this little blurb uh, does not mention how much fuel they have for the backup generators. And you know what happens if the backup generators go out? It melts down. It melts down. That's not good for anyone. That will make Ukraine unusable. I mean, how many miles across? Yeah. How many square miles across is, let me look up a Ukrainian map. Come on. Oh, come on. This laptop is so slow. That power plant melts down. It's right in the center of the country and close to Belarus and Poland, but it's right in the center of the country. If they can't have the Ukraine, they want nobody to have the Ukraine. Is that what Russia's telling us? I don't know what happens if they've lost power. The last time they lost power, they only had 10 hours of fuel for their generators. Yeah, Windows Security wants me to buy some shit. I think Windows should have to become secure. Protection of our operating system should not cost us extra. Russian missile attacks caused a crippled nuclear plant in Ukraine to lose all external power for the second time in 5. I don't need to read it to you. You guys don't need to read. But let me just scan it. I know people hate when they're read to. I want to just see how much fuel they have left for the generators. He is insane. He's fucking insane. They're not talking about how much fuel they have. Last time, the fuel was right up at the top of the story. Are you going to the Potomac River? Where are you at? I have been to the Potomac River. Right now I'm in Ohio still, but I'm going on the road. I'm going back on the road next Monday. The road trip starts again. And so I'm going to start heading south. I'm going to stop at Nurse Misty's house. And then I'm just going to head straight down to the beach. I'm going to go to Crystal Beach and maybe the beaches around Galveston. I'm going to see about finding more drive-on beaches, but yeah, that's where I'm spending my winter, is on the beaches around the Gulf of Mexico and Texas. I know. They know what they're doing, and he knows that's the central source. Yeah. It not only, but it doesn't just supply electricity for Ukraine. It supplies electricity for other countries, I think. Maybe they've also got 10 hours of fuel left now. Anyway, let's see what is tomorrow is the January 6th, right? Oh, that's so sorry. Oh, yeah. It is so sad what's happening. McConnell ignores. Oh. Start your day here. No.
He's taking another vacation. He just took a vacation, and now he's taking another vacation. So think about it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, they're not replacing her. Nothing.
That's right. It is so sad. Everything that they fought to keep is, yeah. Uh, anyway, Biden is calling for the resignation of 3 of LA city council members. I would like to, hey, OG Contraband. I would like to see Biden call for the complete disband and reorganization of all of the Los Angeles Police Department and justice system. There is corruption there that is so deep. It is never going to stop. Put the National Guard in there. Put the National Guard in there and defund and restructure. Get leadership, hire leadership that will not tolerate the gang bullshit within the police department. All of them need to be shuffled. Yep. You got permanently banned on TikTok for being libs of TikTok? Oh no. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with TikTok. I don't know what's going on with my social media for sure. I can list a ton of fucking theories, but I don't know any of them to be absolutely true. I just know that the stress of people attacking me in TikTok, siding with them, is just not worth it to stay over there during this road trip. I really want to enjoy my road trip. I'm looking forward to it being a lot of fun. So um, I'd rather be, yeah. I don't know what's going on with them, and I don't care anymore. I just won't post over there. Then I won't have to worry about them doing things that are really just not fair, nor are they called for. So there you go. I talked about Christian clergy fighting for the right to not report abusers who confess them in confession. Clergy need to be mandatory reporters. Thank you, Big Bird. I wish I could come see you again, honey, but fuel is so damn expensive. It's like the Mean Girls Club over there, right? That's, it is like the Mean Girl. I don't know what, I honestly, obviously there's lots of people who don't have a problem with TikTok and are able to be successful. I wish I could come visit you. Yeah, you, Big Bird. But fuel is so expensive, so I'm just dropping straight down, coming back up again. Well, right, they're not real. They're willing to cow down to advertisers and you know, bend to the advertiser, the greenery, the advertising greenery. But I don't know what the hell it is, but obviously I am not for TikTok. I think I have, yeah. Because I'm not even able to rebuild my accounts when, you know, when I start a new one. Other people who get banned and start at 2.0, they get all their followers back. But yeah. So anyway, it's okay. I don't need the stress. I want to have fun on this trip. And I really don't think that I will get banned from YouTube unless I start getting really successful. When you start to get successful, that's when you get shut down. Anyway, I love you guys for loving me, drama and all. When I come to Washington, the state? I thought you were in Georgia. What do you mean, Washington? Yeah, yeah. And you also can't be too radical in your opinion. And, you know, I'm just tired of the, you're, You're in Washington State? So you're not Big Bird. You're not the Big Bird that I came to visit. You're a different Big Bird? Okay, well, I don't think I'll be back in Washington State. I'm confused. Yeah. I'm really confused. I'm not. There has been a stalker, Big Bird, my friend Big Bird, the one that I visited. Yeah, Margie. Yeah. Big Bird, the one that I visited, she got a stalker on TikTok that made it impossible for her to keep her count. She's real sensitive about bullying like that, and they would come into my lives and attack her and attack her account and just be really, really aggressive towards her. Say racist things, and so she stopped coming on. Yeah, so the person who would harass her would always name themselves Big Bird or Blackbird. They like to call it her themselves Blackbird, Big Blackbird, stuff like that. Anyway, okay, so I won't be going back to Washington State. I can pretty much assure you of that. No. Um, Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you. Her name is Margie. Welcome. Very nice to see you. Yes, indeed. So what is McConnell saying he's got the votes to make history? McConnell is reporting he's got the votes to make history. Let's go see what McConnell thinks he's going to make history about. Because this is news to me. I knew that Lindsay was trying to make history. You see, my bill that I backed, yeah, this is in line with the world standard on abortion. It's my bill. Lindsey Graham. I'm not even kidding. Come on. Mitch McConnell is the Grim Reaper. I feel that way too. In the way that he flip-flops and I can understand changing your position on a topic because you become better educated or you get more information that makes you have a realization that maybe your earlier position was wrong. And so you come out and say, I've changed my position and this is why, and be honest about it. But if you just flip flop and delete shit from your website and replace it with shit that is just completely opposite because you've decided that this new opinion will get you more votes, I think that's some bullshit. And that's what Mitch McConnell is all about. GOP senators must boot Mitch McConnell from their leadership position. He's held longer than any Republican in history. But McConnell has a message. I have the votes. The Senate GOP leader said bluntly, indicating he's locked down enough support to claim a new feat, the longest-serving Senate party leader ever, a record held by Democrat Mike Mansfield for more than 40 years. And he will surpass it. Contracept him next. Any sex that does not produce twin babies is a twin white babies, actually. It's got to be. They've got to not just produce twins, but twin white babies, I'm sure. Hi, CJ. It's good to see you. Hi, Kathy. Sweet Kathy. Right? Yeah. He thinks he's going to have the Senate majority leadership next year. He weighed in. Okay, so he thinks that Mitch McConnell. So, do you see the wannabe cult leader being held accountable? Not yet, but they're working on it. Oh, I see him scared. You know, that everybody in his orbit is in trouble. I'm excited to see what the January 6th commission brings tomorrow. I am so very excited to see what the January 6th commission brings tomorrow. Republicans are nervous about being able to retake the Senate. I so hope that they don't take the Senate or the House. I am really, really on the edge of my seat about these elections. And I will be on the road somewhere, probably, I don't know, I might still be at Nurse Misty's. A gray bar hotel president suit. I'm just sad that he'll end up in, I'm really sad that he's going to end up in a federal prison and not in, he needs a military prison. He needs a military prison. He needs Leavenworth, right beside Chelsea. He needs to keep Edward Snowden's cell warm. You know, they've got a cell waiting for Edward Snowden, the brand new Russian citizen, and Donald Trump can be put in there to keep it warm, because I'm pretty sure that Trump's going to be no longer with us by the time Edward Snowden gets caught. We're about to have some really hard times, you guys. Yeah, we're about to have hard times. I'm worried. I am worried. Herschel Walker paid for an abortion and tried to get the woman to abort her next baby. And he's still being supported by Republicans. Oh, he made a mistake. He's a Christian, so, you know, it's okay. He just made a mistake. I don't get to vote this year. I am disenfranchised. Effectively disenfranchised until I get my name sorted out. And I'm waiting for the paperwork to come from Texas any day now. Good for you, Mimi. Everybody should vote, 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 vote. Your vote absolutely counts. Anybody that tells you in this country that your vote does not count knows that if you vote along their lines, your vote won't count. Or they want you to just feel like, oh, my vote doesn't count, so I won't vote. No, your vote does count, and that is the best way to affect change. We need Gen Z and everybody, we need all of those generations revved up to vote. Your vote does count. Our elections are fair. They are not able to be hacked. And I think the fact that Republicans tried so hard to overthrow that election, the fact that the Republicans tried so hard to overthrow that election tells you that. That's right. Blue, 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 blue. They know that if they're not allowed to cheat and if they are at all honest, they will not get elected. What I feel bad for are the Christians that honestly believe that Christianity is, you know, they believe in the faith, and the faith is about to get dragged right through the garbage. They bled with lies. That's right. Yes. I did vote when I was younger. I did, but not consistently. not consistently when I was younger. I didn't start getting seriously political until the 90s. During the 90s and towards the end of the 90s, I got really political. I was seriously triggered by Bill Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky thing. Maybe I'm an old school marm or some shit, but he completely disgusted me. And the fact that Democrats weren't willing to hold him accountable for lying. I mean, I didn't think that it deserved him to be removed from office, but I did think that he deserved to be sanctioned. And I don't think that his wife should have been handed Secretary of State as a consolation prize. She's not a good example for females around the country. Yeah, he was a fucking perv. And it's funny because I was in college when all of that was going down. And I don't know if you realize this or not about me, but I'm pretty outspoken. I always sat at the front of the fucking class too, and I would keep them right on their toes. But anyway, I would spend all my time outside of class because I had to ride a bicycle to school both ways. So I would ride for my first class of the day in the morning, and I would stay there until my last class of the day was complete. And I would spend the time in between classes studying in the cafeteria, right? Yeah, me outspoken. And so my major at that time was actually my major was computer science by then. But anyway, my minor was political science. And the director of the political science department was in the cafeteria, and I was in the cafeteria by myself. And we were both sitting there with the television up on the wall. And he says, just loud enough for me to hear. I said something negative. There was a story about Bill Clinton on the news, and I said something negative, and he said, oh, just loud enough for me to hear. You can't fault a man for liking a little pussy. Don't fault the man for liking a little pussy. He just likes a little pussy. He said pussy like 4 times. Now, I think that I might have a small hearing problem because I can't hear my voice very well, so I naturally talk very loud. And when he said that to me, I looked back at him, and I did not say it low enough for just him to hear. I said it loud enough for all of the people behind the counter to hear. I said, well, I want a man to like a little pussy. Lord knows I don't fault a man for liking a little pussy. It's just when I'm married to him, I think it should be my pussy. And he looked like he wanted to crawl under the fucking table. He got up and he walked out of the fucking cafeteria. Lord knows I want a man that likes pussy. I got no beef with the man that likes pussy. But if I'm married to him, he better just like my pussy, not everybody else's. Ba-dum, bum, bum. Yeah. And then when George Bush, anyway, yeah, I was very opinionated in college. And it's funny because all of my political science professors, or everybody else's mouths either, right? All of my political science professors, when they heard that I was being flown to Washington, D.C. for an interview with Lockheed Martin, they all told me, just be yourself and you're going to get the job. My computer science professors said, how good are you at handling disappointment? How did you get that in? How good are you at handling disappointment? Because you're not going to get that job. And I came home with 3 job offers, my pick, all of them with relocation packages. And then I was going to turn down the job offers because I didn't have any money. I was a single mom and put myself through school with loans and stuff like that. So I and grants and scholarships. So I said I have to turn this job down to my computer science guidance counselor. And he said, "No, no, no, don't turn it. I said, "I don't have any money. Like they're going to pack up all of my things and move them to Washington D.C. and give me that job and give me a plane ticket, but when I leave the airport, I'm gonna have to go under the George Washington Bridge because I will have zero money. The money is gone. I don't have anybody to borrow from." So I turned her down. But my computer science professor was like, "No, no, no, don't turn it down. Don't turn it down." I said, "No, I got to turn it down." So I sent him an email and I said, I'm very sorry. These positions sound just wonderful, but I can't take it. They said, "What? Why?" I said, "Because I don't have any money. I won't be able to get an apartment. I won't have money to even, I'm truly a starving student here." So they came back and gave me a $6,000 signing bonus. So I went back to computer science and I said, "I got a $6,000 signing bonus." And they went, and all of the political science professors said, "I knew you were going to knock it out of the park, Teresa." I mean, so that's the faith that the math and computer science department had in me. The director of the math department, in the beginning of my junior year, I went in crying because I was working hard as I could and I kept getting worse grades in calculus. When I would take my calculus over, I would get a worse grade than the previous time. And so I went into the director of computer science department's office and I said, I was crying. I said, "I don't know what to do. I study, I do everything, and it just keeps getting worse and worse." And he said, "Well, college isn't for everyone. Maybe you should just drop out." This is after 2 years, one of which I spent riding a bicycle. This is after I rode a fucking bicycle to his office to try to get some kind of solutions because I know I'm smart enough to do it. I just can't understand. And after I left, I was like, this agency that tested me sent me to psychologists when they agreed to finance my education and help me get a degree. And those psychologists tested me and told me that I was smart enough to do a computer science, to get a degree in computer science. And so I thought, I'm going to go back to that therapist, to that psychology department. I had graduated from therapy and ask them because, I should be smart enough to do this shit. What's the problem? And I made an appointment with him. And this is God's honest truth. I went in to see him and told him, and he said, "Oh, you got test anxiety." And we spent that session with him recording the session and while he guided me through a meditation relaxation. Hi, Cookie. He guided me through a meditation relaxation steps while he recorded it. And then he said, "You need to take this recording." I had a tape recorder and player. "Take it and go to an empty classroom or an office before your exam and sit there in the dark office with your headset on and listen to this recording before you go in and take the exam." And so I took it to school the next day. I took it to school the next day. I had a calculus exam. And I went into an empty classroom and I listened to the relaxation meditation tape that we made the day before. And I went into the classroom and I took my calculus exam and I got an 87. I got an 87. I was so excited to take that graded exam back to him and show it to him, I was like, oh my God, it was just test anxiety. Yeah. So that director of the math department that told me that I should just drop out. No, I haven't read the names today. Yes, I will do that this morning. Or actually, I don't think I'm going to read all of the names, but I am going to do a discussion because a discussion of a. Come on, what the hell is going on with my laptop? Is it being hacked? Anyway, so that director of computer science that told me I should just drop out. That was 2 years before graduation. So when I got the job in my senior year, right before I graduated, during finals week in May, right before I was going to graduate, I had a class on the top floor, so I got on the elevator to take the elevator upstairs, and he got on after me. And he said, so, I understand congratulations is in order because the news about me getting hired by Lockheed Martin had spread through both departments. And, and I said, yeah, it is. I got a really good job. I'm really excited. And he said, well, how did you get that job? And I looked at him, the door opened, and I looked at him and I said, I don't know, it just found me. And I got off the fucking elevator and went to class and was like, kiss my ass if you think I'm telling you how I found this job. No. You're not going to help somebody like me get a job in the future. Gosh, no. You didn't even want me to graduate. So there you go. That's my story. I don't know why I got into it. I'm sorry. I want to talk about Breonna Taylor and Daniel Prude and Elijah McClain. I'm so relieved that something's being done. And I really hope that the Justice Department doesn't stop at this one case. I think that every case that these cops have been involved in need to be reexamined. Every search warrant that these cops have been granted needs to be reexamined. Every search warrant that was denied needs to be reexamined. The corruption in the Louisville Police Department goes all the way to the top, or they wouldn't have gotten away with that Breonna Taylor bullshit. And not only did her family get 12 million, Daniel Prude's family just got 12 million too. Good morning, Mary Lou. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in a long time. Really good to see you. I don't know. I hope that the Justice Department roots out, doesn't just stop at the Breonna Taylor case. I hope they are able to take some drastic issues to bring some relief to the Louisville community, specifically the Louisville Black community. I am really good. How are you? I am really good. Right? Because just one case is not enough. I believe with all of my heart that this one case is just a tip of the fucking iceberg. And I think the fact that this was covered up, also the cases in Louisiana, and then it needs to migrate to the LA police departments and sheriff's departments. Those are hot spots that need to be redone. Break the fucking union. We have to break the union. Bring in the National Guard and restructure, but start doing serious investigations into these allegations. I'm almost thinking that there is okay, this is my opinion. Several murders of Black people found hanging in trees in November in 2020 all around Los Angeles. And then Los Angeles, a suburb of Los Angeles, cops found with lynching memes being passed among them. I believe I believe, and this is my totally unqualified opinion, we may have a fucking serial killer that's a police officer. Then I would look for someone who's able to travel to other states for his job. Anyway, that's my opinion. It's not based on any fact other than the fact that we've had a lot of suspicious killings around the Los Angeles area, all of them within 45 minutes of LA, with black people found hung in trees and it being called a suicide. So I pray they follow through all the way. The people of Louisville need a break from the police department there and the corruption in the Justice Department. Just like the people of Georgia need a relief from the corruption in the police and the Justice Department. And the political system, obviously. Same for Louisiana. Louisiana's really bad. Seems like there's a couple of hot spots in Ohio that could use some help as well, but not all of Ohio. Let me read the names. You guys. Melissa Williams, Timothy Russell, Adiana Jefferson, Walter Scott, Daniel Prude, George Floyd, Walter Wallace Jr., Jonathan Price, Kawam Bobby Charles, Alexis Scott, Andre Hill, Casey Goodson, Tamir Rice, Dejan Kizzy, Mike Ramos, Alton Sterling, Pastor Patrick Warren Sr., Reginald Johnson, Trayvon Martin, Sandra Bland, Oscar Grant, Jeremy Reed, Aura Rosser, Gabriela Nevarez, Dante Wright, Andrew Brown, Adam Toledo, Mario Gonzalez, Sharice Francis, Yvette Smith, Gregory Gunn, John Crawford, Ayanna Stanley Jones, Malice Green, all of the unidentified travelers around the country. Botham Jean, Rashad Brooks, Jonathan Farrell, Vincent Truitt, Samuel Du Bois, Emmett Till, Breonna Taylor, George Stinney Jr., Elijah McClain, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Kahim Powell, Jordan Baker, Keith Lamont Scott, Eric Garner, Ezell Ford, Philando Castillo, Rumi in Brisbane, Jordan Edwards, Amadou Diallo, Freddie Gray, Ahmed Aubrey, Natasha McKenna, Chantel Davis, Victor White, Andre Hill, Angelo A.J. Crooms and Sincere Pierce, Michelle Coos, James Bird Jr., Cedric Napoleon Price, Charlene Lyles, Andy Reddick and Josh Cole, Fred Hampton, Tyreek Riley, Stephen Stiles, Michael Brown, Anthony Jordan, Marvin Scott, Trayford Pellerin, Heather Heyer, Alexander McCrae Williams, Anthony J. Thompson Jr., Laquan McDonald, the 9 victims of the Charleston Church Massacre. Oh, by the way, the white supremacists that went into the Charleston Church and killed 9 people. He asked the Supreme Court the other day to overturn his conviction based on some kind of real fucking crazy shit. I forget what it was. The Supreme Court refused to even consider it and didn't even write a reply. They just dismissed it. Dylan Roof, go rotten hell. Oh, Dylan Roof tried to get, that's right. He tried to get his conviction, his death sentence overturned. Dylan Roof is going to be executed for killing all of those people, going into that church and praying with them and then killing them. He's going to be executed, and he asked the Supreme Court to overturn his execution based on communication issues between him and the lawyers, like he didn't understand the death penalty or some crazy shit. Anyway, I don't know for sure what his reasoning was, but I do know for sure that the Supreme Court told him to kick rocks. Go kick rocks. You're gonna die. And that's a real just thing. 12 victims of the 22 caliber killer, the 600 victims of the Tuskegee syphilis experiment on black men, all of the Black Wall Street massacres around the country, the largest of which was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Pam Turner, Michaela Miller, Tony Hillard, Ronald Green, Matthew Zodek Williams, Leon Brackens, Durante Martin, Anthony Guerrero, John Perry, Jacques Simmons, William Brookins, David Green, Ramona Cooper, Kendrick Johnson, Gloria Bamba, Layden Boykins, Ella French, Jordan Edwards, Jelani Day, Joseph Arbor, Rodney Lee, Christina Nance, Fernando Rodriguez, Jason Harrison, LaMelo Parker, Jason Walker, Amir Locke, Vantabillity, Damian Cameron, Frederick Holder, Landon Easton, Fred Cox, Ryan Twyman, Keith Warren, Patrick Lyoya, Antoine Sedgwick, Herman Whitfield III, Cedric C.J. Lofton, the Buffalo Grocery Store Massacre, the 10 people in the Buffalo Grocery Store Massacre, Joseph Petaway, Mark Rosser, Manuel Ellis, Darren Hunt, Khalif Brader, Jalen Walker, Marcus Dion Smith, Lilybell Allen, Roderick Brooks, the 7 victims of the Beltway Phantom Killer, Layson Butler, Breonna Greer, Anthony Thompson, and Antoine Black. And I'm sure there's been more. I haven't added many over the summer. Rest in peace. Say their names, know their stories. We must never forget Black Lives Matter. Police lives matter. We must never forget. My computer just shut down. I shouldn't have mocked the virus protection. Black Lives Matter, that's right. Yeah, those hangings are not self-inflicted based on common sense. They're not self-inflicted. They certainly should deserve more of an investigation than what they were given. But not all police are racist. Not all police are bad. Not all police, if you find a racist, hateful cop that has been a cop for a long time, then you need to look at the chief of police, because there is a climate that tolerates that. Okay, there we go. It came back. Finally. Yay! Yep. I'm going to leave you guys with this thought. Less than half of the states in the United States of America make clergy mandatory reporters. In other words, in more than half of the states in the United States, a clergy person who has a parishioner come and confess to them that they are a sexual predator, or that they are being sexually abused as a child, like a child goes in and confesses to a priest that they're being sexually abused, the priest does not, or the clergyman, whatever kind of religion it is, they do not have to report that. If a child predator comes to the church for counseling for pedophilia, they do not have to report that that person is a sexual predator. School teachers must report, but priests and Christian clergy don't have to report. That's all I'm saying. Oh, my whole shit is crashing now. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you with that thought. Only 26 states require that clergy report child abusers. There's something wrong with that. Make it make sense, right? Well, thank you, Big Bird. You're welcome, Cookie. I'm happy to do it. Anyway, let me get off of here and go figure out what's wrong with my computer. All right, I'll see you later. Big hugs to you too. I love you guys. And I'm going to be here every morning at 9 a.m. to go live. I'm not going to even try to go back on TikTok. So, yeah, I'll see you guys every morning. Look forward to the road trip. Love you. Have a great day.